Hello, and a very warm welcome to my channel. This video will give you a piece of breaking news. The Queen annoyed that selfish Prince Harry didn't block new book. Yesterday, according to a royal commentator, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's biography will cause the Queen's real concern, as it details tensions and unhappiness within the royal household. The monarch will also be upset at the timing of the book, as it comes as the world continues to struggle with coronavirus pandemic. Royal expert Richard Fitzwilliams said. Speaking about Omid Scobie and Carolyn Durand's upcoming book, Finding Freedom, Mr. Fitzwilliams said, "The Queen will undoubtedly have been annoyed by the extracts from Finding Freedom, which have been published in the Times and in People magazine. Though Harry and Meghan have denied approving the book or speaking to its authors, the access which has been granted to their inner circle makes it painfully obvious that they could have stopped the book if they so wished." The Queen is unlikely to respond in any way to the biography and its claims of jealousy, infighting, and competition between senior royals. However, the royal expert believes she will be disappointed Prince Harry didn't prevent this book from being published. He said, "I suspect the Queen will see this as a whinging and be disappointed that her grandson has involved himself in such a selfish and ill-timed endeavor." Meanwhile, page 6 revealed, before Meghan Markle drove the royal family to distraction, she frustrated co-workers on the Toronto set of Suits. Years before she was the Duchess of Sussex, Markle gained a difficult reputation for holding up filming and photo shoots if everything wasn't perfect or if she wasn't getting enough of the spotlight. According to the source, she was always having to be coaxed out of her dressing room during promotional shoots because she didn't think she looked pretty enough, or her outfit wasn't right, or she felt she wasn't getting prominent enough placement in the promotional pictures. A source on set told the Post while sighing, "There were always tears, every time." Our source's information jives with an earlier report from the Daily Mail in which a videographer was warned, "People told me, get ready because she is a lot. They used to call her the princess. When I saw her, right away from the moment she arrived, I didn't even know who she was, and she was acting like a diva. It was the attitude, how she talked to people, the rules," the videographer continued. She came in wearing a baseball cap, hiding her face, and she had her head down and just walked back toward the makeup room. It was like it was the big diva coming in, and she doesn't want people to see her, like you would do it if you're walking in the street and you don't want the paparazzi to take your picture. The videographer wasn't impressed, telling Page 6, "Everyone thought she is acting like an A-lister when she's not even a D-lister." Meanwhile, according to the Duchess of Sussex's estranged half-brother, Meghan Markle's father has finally given up hope of ever reuniting with his daughter and Prince Harry. He doesn't trust her. Thomas Markle has been left furious after reading extracts of explosive new book Finding Freedom, which includes details about Meghan and Harry's decision to leave the royal family and her relationship with her father. Mr. Markle is now planning to enjoy his retirement and is said to be traveling the world to distract himself from the heartbreak. Meghan's half-brother, Tom Markle Jr., who speaks to their dad every day, opened up about Thomas's relationship with Meghan in an interview with The Sun. He said, "Far as reunion goes, he's given up on Meghan and Harry completely. He doesn't trust her and doesn't want to know that person because of the lies, manipulation, and deceit. He just had his 76th birthday, needless to say. He didn't hear from Meghan." Tom Jr. says his dad denies the book claims he ignored floods of texts and calls telling him to come to Meghan and Harry's wedding in 2018. Speaking about the book's claims, Mr. Tom Jr. said, "It says Harry spoke to our dad to say if he'd listened to him. Harry, there wouldn't have been any problems. All these hundreds of texts and calls Meghan sent my dad ahead of the wedding? Our father wasn't even at his house. He was in the hospital. His phone was switched off. That's why he didn't answer. There's no way he could have. Our dad actually called her scores of times ahead of the wedding after he made the mistake of doing those pics, but he was ignored. The palace told Meghan and Harry to send help for my father so he could deal with the press, but they refused. Meghan herself said no." Tom Jr. also claimed the infamous letter Meghan sent their dad includes unrevealed contents he describes as horrifying and very hurtful. However, despite reportedly giving up on his daughter, Mr. Markle is still desperate to build a relationship with his 14-month-old grandson, Archie. Tom Jr. added, He will fight and pursue the avenues needed to see Archie. They're not the only ones who can launch a court case. He'd love to hold that little boy one time. Meghan's half-brother went on to launch a scathing attack on Prince Harry, claiming he is being told what to do by Meghan. He said Harry has gone from the British Army and royal family to changing diapers at a multi-million-dollar property thousands of miles from his family while being told what to say and what to do by Meghan. Thomas Markle Jr. added, "Dad wants to die a happy man. He's had enough bullshit. He's better off enjoying his retirement and traveling and forget about Meghan altogether." For all her lies, deceit, and insults, she'll be judged and remembered the most for the cold and cruel way she has treated her father and the rest of her family. We can only imagine the lies she has fed Harry for him not to have even met his father-in-law, let alone refuse Buckingham Palace's offer to send him assistance. I truly think she needs psychiatric help. Unfortunately, there are some really nasty people in the world, and Meghan is one of them. I think he's right to go on with his life without her, quietly and away from the press. She has already left him behind. He just needed to come on terms with that. Marrying into the royal family went to Meghan's head. The little girl that he obviously at one time adored is no more. Enjoy your retirement, Thomas. Meghan is beyond saving now. In the latest news, Meghan Markle's birthday plans to be crushed by a tell-all book set to savage royal bonds. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry have been struggling to adjust to their new lives in Los Angeles as the couple moved there after stepping down from their royal duties in March this year. Meghan Markle's 39th birthday has been getting closer, with the couple managing to find a safe way to celebrate with a small group of friends. But her celebration plans could be ruined by the release of a controversial royal biography expected to savage royal relations. Sources have suggested that both Meghan and Harry will not be focusing on the release of the controversial book, but instead celebrating Meghan's birthday, a birthday which will be spent with just the two of them, Archie and Meghan's mother, Doria Ragland. The source said she won't be having any big party. She doesn't normally throw herself birthday parties, but with all that's happening, it's not even a consideration for this year. One thing she will absolutely do is lending her support to some special causes in honor of her birthday. That is something that has been a tradition of hers even before she was famous. It's something she learned from her mom. The book also explores Harry and Meghan's personal relationships, in particular what it was that led them to step back from royal duties. But a viewer has mocked Meghan for her birthday. He said, "I don't think that anything, bar COVID, could interrupt her plans. She appears to be very delusional in regards to the general public's perception of her. She's had one PR disaster after another and hasn't learned to keep her neck in. If she was smart, she'd have a small celebration at home with her family. But as this is a lady who has consistently overplayed a weak hand, who knows? But I don't see the A-listers rushing over." Another said, if she thinks that all her A-list friends will celebrate her birthday, she must be deluded. The scandal of the going-ons around her will have them running for the hills so that they don't get tarnished with her bush. They will become more and more prevalent as time goes on. As far as I can ascertain, all the indications are that this book is not tell-all, just tell again. Just one more regurgitated mass of theories, rumors, half-truths, and conjecture. Why people are interested in this couple at all remains a mystery to me. And the last one wrote, "I wish I could actually say what I think. Meghan Markle has no friends in Los Angeles. That much is obvious. Anyone who may have been interested will now, no doubt, keep miles away. They have read and learned so much about her since she arrived there. She is toxic. The fairy tale romance." Meghan Markle stalked Harry. She wasn't going to give up when he appeared to cool. She just purely and simply because of her jealousy of Kate and the fact that she could never be a top dog. She has attempted to portray her and Kate as being on the same level. Of course, they aren't. She just can't stand it. The way in which she will give consideration to various charities to celebrate her birthday will undoubtedly consist of more of those embarrassing, trite, and unwanted videos. And you, what do you think about this news? Please let me know in the comment section below and we'll discuss them together. Remember to like and share my video for anyone you think also loved it like you, and subscribe to my channel to get more news from Meghan Markle, Prince Harry, and the royal family. Now, goodbye and see you in the next videos.